CM 365, all about Carnatic music.
Today we look into a very ancient ragam, Bhairavi, which is supposed to be about 1500 year old. Among the 21 punts mentioned in the Devaram, we see that this Bhairavi also gets mentioned as Kaushikam. And we see that over the years this has been used by several composers as part of their compositions. Bhairavi even today has survived the test of time, I would say, so effectively because of the inherent qualities it possesses in terms of the rich gamakas that can be incorporated in this ragam to make it expansive and sound in a wide variety of colors also. Let us first look at the Arona Avarona of this ragam. This is now said to be a janya of the Natavairavi, the 20th Mela. But of course it may sound a bit weird because the ragam, the Janya ragam, so-called Janya ragam Bhairavi, was born already many years back before Natavairavi was born. It's only for the convenience purpose that we have put this under the Mela Natavairavi. Bhairavi is a unique case of a Bhashanga raga where two varieties of Dhaivata are incorporated within the scale itself. Let us look at the Arona Avarona. Sari ga ma pa da ni sa sa ni da pa ma ga ri sa. So if it's taken as a Sampurna scale like this, then obviously the only reason why it cannot become a Mela because of the fact that even if it is a Sampurna scale is because of the Bhashanga nature, that is Sari ga ma pa da, the Chatushriti Daivata coming in the Arona, whereas in the Avarona Sa ni da pa, the Shuddha Daivata coming in here. Of course there is another version of the Arona which is more apt, I would say, because many phrases are formed in this way, like sa ga ri ga ma pa da ni sa sa ni da pa ma ga ri sa sa ga ri ga. A lot of compositions make this phrase more commonly it is used than sariga. So this would be more appropriate, I would say, as far as Bhairavi is concerned. Now coming to the Dhaivata, we see that how it comes in the Arona like Padani da pa, how the two are, they interplay so beautifully to bring out that Bhairavi's essence. Pada pa ma ga ri sa ga ri ga ma pa da ma padani da pa padani ri ni da pa padani sa ni da pa ma ni da pa ma ga ri ga ma ga ri sa ga ri ga ma ga ri sa ri ni sa ni da pa da ni sa. This ragam, we see that a lot of gamakas, like what do we mean by that is sa ga ri ga ma ga ri. On the Gandhara we can have various shades of gamakas also. Even the ma, sa ga ri ga ma or sa ga ri ga ma ga ri. Like this, in each note we see that it is not just one Shruti value that is attributed to the particular note. You can have different kind of gamakas and that makes for a very colorful listening of this raga. As for the Daivata, we will take the classical example of the Viriboni Varnam, where the composer Pachimiri Madhipaya has beautifully shown us the usage of the two Daivatas and how appropriately in what context they can be used. We'll just take one line of that Viriboni Varnam to see this. Gari sari sani ni da ni sari mama papa da da ni papa pa da da ni sa sari pa da ni sa re ga ma pa da pa ma da pa. Now how the Shuddha Devata gets used. Ni da 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 pa pa ma ni da ni pa da ni ma pa da ni sa re ni da. So he has shown us effectively in what context the Shuddha Devatam and the Chatushruti Devatam actually come. Another example we could take is the opening phrase of the Bhairavi Swarajati of Shama Shastri, which in a very slow gait reveals the color of both the Shuddha Devata and the Chatushruti Devata. That too in the Mudhra style. Let us look at the first line. Ka ma shi amba kanchika ma shi amba. Within that single few notes, see, ne da pa da ni sa. He did not even go to the sarigama portion at all. Within the ni da pa pa da ni sa, he is able to bring out the flavor of Bhairavi so beautifully. And that's what I suppose is the genius of the composers like the Trinity. They are unparalleled because of the fact that they really did not require so much to convey anything. They just had to take 2-3 swaras, and within that they were able to convey the entire quintessence of the ragam. And that is what made them really great. So here again you see the same concept which I was telling. Then the sarigama gets explored. No de namo maravakane. So all the gamakas which are there with the magari gets incorporated very beautifully. Ni pada muladi ganu cho naviti nishi kanchika makshi amba. Of course, because of this expansive nature, many artists also take this up as definitely as the main item in many concerts. You will see Bhairavi will be featured, or sometimes Ragam Tanapallavi is also composed in this Ragam and presented. Let us look at a few more important compositions. Actually, there are many compositions in Bhairavi. We'll just look into a few. One is, of course, Tyagaraja has composed many compositions. Among them, Upachara Mulanu, or the Pancharatnam, one of the Lalgudi Pancharatnam. Lalite Shri Pravridhe Shrimati, where the opening phrase is again a beautiful typical thing for Bhairavi, the beauty, bringing out the beauty of Bhairavi. Lalite Rini Sa Sagari Gama Pada Pamagari Rini Sarini. So these are all things which bring out the raga's beauty in a very nice manner. Or another example we can take of Dikshadar's Panchalinga Kritis. Chintayama Kanda Mula Kandam Chetashi Soma Skandam. Of course, the most beautiful composition of his, which is taken for rendering elaborate ragam, neraval, swaram and all, is Bala Gopala, where Neera Neeradha Sharira Neela. This particular line has been the favorite of many musicians to sing, Neraval and Swaram. The line itself is so beautiful in this particular composition. And of course, Yaro, Ivar Yaro, Yenna Pero, Arunachala Kavi's composition. And Patnam Subramania has composed a nice Rendikale composition in this, like starting from a very different kind of a start. Ni pada mule gatiyani namide. Here also the charanam. Sri-Panchana Dishwaru Rani. This line makes for a beautiful nerav. Thus we see that Bhairavi is one among the important 5 ragas, the main ragas which we call as the heart of our Carnatic music. In terms of the core ragas of Carnatic music are Shankarabharanam, Kambodhi, Kalyani, Bhairavi and Todi. So thus Bhairavi is one among these Pancha Ratnas in terms of the ragas, I would say. And though there are so many compositions and so many artists have actually exploded, because of the fact that it lends itself to so many dimensions and colors, we could say that it is an inexhaustible raga, and each time we hear it, we feel that it has so much freshness and so much to offer to us.
CM 365, all about Carnatic music.